You are still listening to the Saturday Morning Show right here on Inspiration 92.3, your number one family radio. And yes, it's that time. He is in the studio. And it's time for the Law and Property Show with Dr. Prince Joel, Esquire. And today, the conversation is going to be very interesting. I can see it on his face already. With a smile. He's about to shake tables. How are you doing today?
I'm great. I'm doing fantastic. I'm cool.
It is good to have you in the studio.
Same.
All right.
You're looking pretty.
Oh, thank you. It's the after workout glow.
Good morning, Lagos.
Yes.
Good morning, Nigeria. I remain your favorite real estate investment coach.
Yes.
All right.
So we're talking about making of a will and the importance of a will. Why do I feel like we don't take that seriously in this part of the world?
You don't write your will.
Huh?
You don't write your will.
It's not
You
word.
get your will.
It's not word for will.
Interestingly enough, this topic is one topic that immediately people hear will. You look as if death is looming. People won't go heaven, but they don't want to die. That kind of a thing.
And the only way you can go to heaven,
you go
is
die.
you have to die first. Wow.
So anytime this topic come up, okay, people are usually scared as if death is looming.
So they feel like if you're preparing for a will, that means you're preparing to die.
Now that's the general mentality. But it's not supposed to be that way. It's not supposed to be that way.
Oh,
We're supposed to plan for our death. Plan so that when we die,
Nobody want to plan for that.
no, one day we will live here. One day we will live here. We will leave this earth one day.
Yeah.
So making of a will is very, very important, especially when it comes to property acquisition.
Yeah.
As we acquire, make money and all that. Okay, how have we planned for our beneficiaries, the children, our relatives, okay, our beneficiaries, basically, what happened if they find us today with all that we have acquired?
Yeah.
First son will begin to fight with second became. Son will fight with daughter.
Distant cousin will fight
Distant
with
uncle will be fighting and all that. So it's always good to, plan this thing. We've heard of so many stories, where the breadwinner of the house passes on and the wife begin to have issues with the relatives, or maybe with the concubine outside, and things like that. We see them. So it's very important that we learn how to make our will, how to prepare our will. We die in peace.
Yeah.
You get the point? Yes. What is a will? A will is the last wish of the deceased, the last wish of the
sitting down to write one's last wish.
Yes, you go list them down and all that. But let's lay the foundation.
Okay.
So generally, the making of a will in Nigeria is governed by what is known as the Wills Act 1837 and the Wills Law of various states. Now, every state has their own law, okay? I've already said that once will is mentioned, people believe that there's a looming death coming. It's not like that.
Yeah.
So a will can only be made manifest after the death of the maker of the will, okay, and can be revoked during the maker's lifetime. So I can make a will now, 5 years time, I can change it, I can add it, and when you're doing that, it's known as codicil. Okay, so now let's look at those terminologies in will. There are some keywords you need to. Yes. So the first one is the testator and the testatress.
Wonderful.
Yes. Don't go and bite your tongue.
Before you start, let's quickly go on a break because I'm not saying when we start now, we don't go to stop. Let's go on a break, and when we get back, we'll talk about what did you call it?
Testator and the testatress.
Spirit of God. We'll be back. Welcome back to the Law and Property Show with Dr. Prince Joel. And before we went on a break, he gave us an interesting terminology. He's going to explain what is that.
Yes. So the terminologies, the keywords you find to note or you find in a will is the testator or the testatress. Now, testator is when it is a male that is making the will.
Okay.
It becomes testator. If you they make the will.
Testatress.
So if you're making a will, you're the testatress.
Okay.
Now the other one you find again is the testate. The testate is when a person who made a will dies. He's said to have died testate because he made a will before he demises. So if you make a will before you die, it's known as testate.
Okay.
Intestate, we say you don't make will when you die.
Intestate.
When a person dies without making a will.
Okay.
Yeah, when you die, not you. When a person
dies.
Yes.
That's a better way to say it.
When a person dies without making a will, he is said to have died intestate. That,
Yes.
another word, it's the executors. Executors, these are personal representative of a person who
Okay.
made a will. His personal representative, okay, and who named in his executors. In his will, who are named executors in his will. Okay. The other one, it's administrators. These are personal representatives of a person who dies without making a will.
Oh.
It's personal representative who dies without making a will. The other one are those he listed
As
when he was
administrators of his estate.
yes, when he was making his will. So
Oh.
one is while he's alive, the other one is when he's dead.
Yeah.
So when he's dead, his personal representatives are known as the administrators. Okay, while executors are those he mentioned in his will to be his personal representative. The other word is beneficiaries. Beneficiaries, the person entitled to the properties or benefits under the will. You know,
Okay.
yeah, those are some of the keywords. Then we'll have the estate. You keep hearing of the estate of late, blah blah blah. Yeah, so the total of the person, real property of a deceased person.
Oh.
Okay, those are yes.
Okay.
Then you have another one that is also we need to know is the codicil. It's called codicil. Yeah, this is an addition or supplemental to an existing will.
Okay.
So I can make a will this today, and in 5 years' time, I decide to add to my will.
Yeah.
Okay, it's also known as codicil.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Now let's look at the importance of a will, the importance of writing the will. A lot of people, yes, will agree that there's importance, but they still find it difficult. But let's look at this few importance of writing the will. A will excludes the rule of inheritance under the statutes and customary law. Now, every custom have their own practice. Okay. But if you have taken time to write your will, like I said, the will is the last wish of the deceased person. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
So if you make a will, there is no other custom that will supersede the will that you have made, because it's your wish.
The wish of the person.
Yes, if you wish that you will not be governed, or your burial everything will not be governed by the practice of the people. Yeah, so your will. So it helps you to save all those problems.
Oh.
In some parts of Nigeria, in the eastern part of Nigeria, you know, the issue of inheritance is strong. Okay, when the man dies, the first son inherits everything that belongs.
Without a will. That happens without a will.
Yeah, that's the customary practice. That's the customary practice. Yeah, that's the customary practice.
Okay.
Now, but there's an exception to this issue of will and custom, like in Igbo land, okay? There's what they call the obi. I don't know how to put it in English now. What they call the father's customary seat. Okay, I can put it in Igbo language. Now the obi, okay, yes. The first son is the only one who can inherit the obi of the father.
Okay.
In Europe, I don't know how you say it. I think there's another word for it in Europe.
I don't know.
Okay, so because the father also inherited it from his own father.
So he passes it on to his
first son. That's in Igbo land.
Okay.
In the Western states, in Yoruba practice too, it's also there. That which you inherited from your father, okay, you inherited. Means that your father also inherited it. It passes from one generation to the other. Yes, you cannot distribute it in a will.
Oh.
Do you understand that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first point to note here is that it will exclude the rules of inheritance under the statutes and the customary law. Now, a testator has the opportunity of appointing the executors of his will. Okay, if I'm writing my will today, I can choose that I want Kafayat to be one of my executors.
Okay.
It gives me the opportunity. I can mention my pastor.
Oh.
I can mention those that I'm comfortable with.
That you know they would do.
They will do as I have. Yes. So I can. It's the opportunity. But remember that if I know they are not there, not me. If my enemy not there, nobody won't die. Nobody won't die. So.
Nobody.
Okay. So if for any reason, okay, the person is not there. Now your personal representative, it will not be decided by you. It's your family then that will nominate those who will be your personal representative when they are processing what they call letter of administration.
Oh.
But when you are alive writing your will, you choose who will be your executor.
The person that will carry out all your wishes.
Yes.
But if you're now dead, then it's the family that will now.
Of course, the family will decide. Your immediate family will decide that.
Okay.
Okay, so the cost associated with the grant of letter of administration can be avoided. Okay, so if you fail to write your will and the person is not there, and they have any reason to process a letter of administration to be able to appoint your administrators or administratress, okay, you're going to spend so much money in processing that. As a matter of fact, Lagos State government will even take, each state will take about 10-15% of your assets.
And how long does it take?
To process it.
Yes.
Usually within 3 months, depending if there's no strike.
I like what you said. If there is no strike.
Yeah, when there is strike, it can take you 1 year, it can take you forever.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right, so I've mentioned that the testator can. Okay, so the next one is that a testator can, by his will, appoint a guardian for his minor children. Okay, so when there are minor children, a testator can, by his will, appoint a guardian that will take care of his minor children.
So that's what people do in the event of of the person's death. So will now take responsibility of. Oh, nice.
So the testator can give instruction by his will on his funeral arrangement. I love this.
Nice. So you can tell people how you want to be buried.
Yes, I want to be buried when not me.
What? A person. We need to start with
yeah, we need to be mindful of what we say.
A person, we're gonna live long.
Amen, we're gonna live long, very long, very long. But we must write our will.
Yeah, we must write our will. Yes, we will.
So the person has the opportunity to state how he wants to be buried. You want to be buried in Ikoyi Cemetery. The person wants to be buried in Ikoyi Cemetery. So he makes funds available. So in this account, there is 10 billion naira for the person's funeral arrangement. If you get money, you get money.
Wow. And it cannot be contested.
Why should it be contested? Money that you made, you suffered, you made, and you place it in that account, and say if the person is no more, use from that account, or sell the house in Banana Island and use it. Don't go and beg anybody for money. Don't you get it? It makes life easy. You know, you start to do contribution for what? Now, all the life you lived, work hard and all that, for what? You get the point? Yeah, so you plan for that. Let's quickly look at conditions with valid will. A valid will is not every.
Let's go on a break. Before you start that, let's go. I like breaking this in conversation. It's going to another point. So, what next are we talking about?
Let's look at the conditions for a valid will. Okay, the contents of the will must take effect only after the death of the maker. Okay, now we were saying something before when we were on break. Say, look, Nigeria, you cannot predict Nigeria. Nigeria is one country that is 3 bullets can just kill somebody from anywhere. You can leave your house in the morning, you don't know if you're going to get back home in the night. Just a flight from one location to the other, anything can happen.
You don't know.
And imagine if you have not planned for your family. Imagine if you have not planned for the unexpected.
And you have children.
You have children. You know, what happens? Okay, that's children, but what of business? When the man is the alter ego of the company, there is no succession plan. If they find the man, the woman today, they don't see the company, boom. There's a company that the director fell ill.
Oh, wow.
Immediately the man fell ill, all the transactions that he has entered into. Okay, so he's into buying of property and selling, which is what I do. Okay, buying of property and selling. So he acquired so much. The same community that he bought properties from, because they knew that nobody was interfacing with them again, they went back to the community and started selling the man's property. Problem, wahala full everywhere. Now, the people who have bought from the man cannot complain. They can't even reach the man. So, staffs shut down, company shut down, and everybody on the hill. EFCC looking for them, everybody running. Meanwhile, the man is critically ill. The community have come to take wahala everywhere. So, even in company, you can also plan your succession plan. Have a succession plan. It could be 5 generations, it could be 3 generations. It must not even be your children. Are you getting the point? What stops you from looking at those who are doing well in the company and begin to plan 2, 3, 4, 5 persons and give them 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. So that in the event of anything, there is continuity. Let's go to conditions of a valid will. It must be made voluntarily. Without any expression of duress, undue influence, or fraud. Those are grounds where you can challenge a will.
Okay.
The testator must have the capacity to make a will at the time of making that will. If you're mentally sick, you don't have the capacity to make a will. So he must be a person of sound mind and must have attained the age of majority. That's the age of adulthood.
Okay.
Okay. Now, a beneficiary in a will must not act as a witness to the will. The will must properly identify the beneficiaries and the properties bequeathed.
Okay.
It must identify it. The property in Banana Island, I will to my first child. The property in VGC, I will to my second. Properly described, and all that. Let's look at the next one. When you have made a will, where do you keep a will?
Where do you keep it?
Where do you keep the will? Where do you keep the will?
That's another
So when you make your will and the will is valid, number one is the probate registry.
Yeah.
Every state has its own. In Lagos State here, we have the probate registry of Lagos State, which is the High Court.
Okay.
Okay? The next one, you can keep it with your lawyer. You can keep it with your bank. You can keep it in a personal safe deposit box where they don't feel go steal them. Trusted friend or relation. Executor, one of the executors, named in a will. You can safely keep your will there.
Leave it with them.
Yeah. Today we're talking about investment. There's investment everywhere. Investment in real estate. Investment in this. Investment in that, and all that. How many of us are really planning in the events? And
that's why a lot of widows suffer and children suffer.
They are the first to suffer. The wives are the first to suffer. The wives.
Yeah.
The widows. Yeah, they're the first to suffer.
Yeah.
Yes. And of course, that's where you now see one relation will come from village and say, our brother is the owner of this,
we are here
and all that. We're here to claim that and all that. So it's very, very important. For me, that's my sermon this morning. It's my ministry. Okay?
Yeah.
My ministry is to preach the gospel of real estate investment. As we're investing, let's make plans to also prepare for life outside here. Okay,
so preparing for our future here.
Yes.
Let's prepare for death as well.
Let's prepare for death. It's inevitable. Before the coronavirus, nobody knew. You know how it came?
Yeah.
And you know how many people have gone down. Okay? There's accidents on our roads. There's stray bullets. There's different. You cannot predict Nigeria.
Things that can kill you.
There's too many things. You can even come out from your house. You're going now. There's one stray bullet. Boom. God forbid.
God forbid.
There was NSAS. But these are reality. Everybody won't go heaven. Well, nobody won't die.
We just want flow.
So it's important that I've written my will. Oh.
Interesting.
Yes, and I'm encouraging you today
to write my will.
Write your will. At what age do you write your will? Adult age. When you start making money.
Oh.
Adult age, you start making money. Start buying. At least then they buy things now.
Yeah.
Then they buy things. It's important that we put these things in right perspective.
All right, if you have questions about this, because my mind is, in fact, my brain is already full right now. Number to call is 0700-923-923-923. Again, 0700-923-923-923. Or you can send your messages to the WhatsApp number 0817-313-6193. If there are questions that you have regarding, the things that you need to know before, while planning to write your will, send in your questions, call the number. We'll go on a quick break and we'll be back. When we get back, we'll just have a few more minutes. So send it in now. But okay, so the calls are coming in. Let's ask it. Let's pick it up before we go on a break. Hello, good morning. Sir, who is calling me? Hey! Fear entered my chest. I thought it was one of my uncles or my family member because the person called my name too. Kafaya Bakari. You know what I thought? I was saying, what my own money? What is your name? Oh my God, go ahead. You fear me now, don't lie. We thank God. Do you have a question? Go. Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Of planning for death. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much for calling, sir. Oh my gosh, when somebody calls my full name, it scares me. This one here says, what's the average cost of writing a will?
I can't give that on air.
We can't give that on
please
air.
Just connect with me on WhatsApp.
Okay, so the person here is saying because most people feel like it's expensive, just like insurance. So maybe because of the fear, the cost, the cost of it. That's why they're backing off.
That's why you need to make a lawyer your friend. Don't wait for problem to burst before you
For
make
you
lawyer your friend.
As they always put the sticker on their card, a lawyer is your friend.
Yeah, it's
so
a friend.
make a friend, be friends.
Make a lawyer your friend. Make a lawyer your friend. Don't wait for issues to burst before you make a lawyer your friend.
We'll go on another break, and when we get back, we'll take your questions. Remember, we have 5 minutes to go. 0700-92392. Now, no one make I go this break, Sha. 0700-923-92393. Hello, good morning.
Yes, yes.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What's your name?
My name is Silas Okoko. I'm calling from Okoko.
All right, Silas from Okoko. Go ahead. Do you have a question for our guest?
Yes, I actually have what you said about fathers giving their father's inheritance.
Okay, the Obi.
I am
Go ahead.
my father died before his father, so he's actually senior. So he died before his father, but before he died, his father had given him his own car where he used. Used for the father, used for the father when they were about to relocate. Now, I saw the death of my father now. The one that the senior ship destroyed my father's property and used on it. For 30 years now, he said he was going to change. He did not change. Now he is dead. Now the children that are now remarried very well. So it's now the children that we are dragging it to go to get with the traditional rulers and council cabinet that handle it. So I just want him to add more to that because that is my own inheritance as the son. My own inheritance. So we have been passing to that one. Now, thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you very much for calling.
Can I quickly respond?
Yes, absolutely.
When it has to do with customary matters, we cannot say much because we don't even understand the practice of his people. Okay, yes, you don't understand. The Igbos have their practice, their customary practice. The Yorubas have, every tribe have. So it's difficult, but I'll prefer to have this conversation off air.
Yes,
yeah,
most
so
definitely.
let him reach me.
Yes.
On
So
the
if you
WhatsApp.
have follow-up questions, again, we always say the conversation goes on off air.
Let me give my details.
All right, so let's give
080 20 55 0410. This discussion, this topic is very deep.
Yes.
And a lot of people would want to seek clarification.
Yes.
And so I will give my social media handles, which is Law and Property with Dr. Prince Joel on Facebook. My number on WhatsApp is 080
Okay.
20 55 0410.
Fantastic.
Okay?
All right.
So connect with me on WhatsApp and let's take the conversation.
All right, when we come back, we'll talk about the program that you have today quickly before we wrap it up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
Are you interested in acquiring skills to succeed
bombard
in
you
real estate
with
business
questions.
in Nigeria? Then join the real estate
Oh my gosh.
entrepreneurship
Okay.
mentorship
So
class
when
with
we come back,
Dr.
we'll have
Prince
like
Joel,
30
a real
seconds,
estate
1 minute.
investment
When we come back from the break, we'll
coach.
have
Join
about like
online
40
physical
seconds
class,
roughly
which
to 1 minute.
commences on
So
the
you just
14th
quickly
of
talk
August
about it. Yeah, when we wrap it up.
2021. Duration 3 months, to be held on Saturdays only and with 3 physical classes. Registration fee is just 150,000 naira only. To enjoy discount to the Real Estate Entrepreneurship Mentorship Program, candidates must register before 10th August 2021. Now, don't miss this opportunity to learn all you need to know to succeed in the real estate entrepreneurial journey. As Dr. Prince Joel, a real estate investment coach, together with other big names in the real estate industry, will be empowering you to succeed. To register, WhatsApp 080 20 550-410. Again, 080-20-550-410. Or email askme, that is
30 seconds.
askme
So we'll wrap it up.
at
Talk about
drprincejob.com.
the next people. All right, we have got to go. We just have a few seconds left, but he's going to talk about a program that's going
Yeah,
on
the
today.
program starts today. It's a mentorship, real estate mentorship program with Dr. Prince Joel, of course, with my host of friends in the real estate industry.
Okay.
The class starts today. It's an online class. Now, for those who have not joined and who want to join, we gave a discount price last week.
Last week,
So instead
yes.
of 150, we're saying if you're ready to join us, we're giving you at 75,000 naira against 150,000 naira. You cannot go wrong in seeking for more knowledge. Okay, people make mistakes because they lack knowledge, and
Yes.
so we're making this program available to them. It's an online program,
Okay.
and Saturdays only, and
Okay.
it's going to run for 3 months. And so I'm saying, send us a WhatsApp message to join the class. It's 080-2055-0410. I remain your favorite real estate investment coach, Dr. Prince Joel.
Thank you so much for coming. Next Saturday, same time, 9:30 to 10. We'll be back.
God bless you.
God bless you too.